everyone, if you're new here, I'm Charlene. I'm a graphic designer and I make videos about drawing and writing. But today I'll talk a little about how to make a visual identity for your YouTube channel. What motivated me to make this video is that I actually just rebranded my whole channel, because when I started, I didn't really think about what I wanted to do with this. I just knew I wanted it to be purple and I wanted bold letters, and that's kind of where the research stopped. So one day before I posted my first video, I just drew a banner, edited a photo from my profile picture, like in a day, less than a day. And I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. But I admit it was an important step for me to just start this channel, because if I gotta be honest, if I started overthinking it, I would have just remade it again and again and again until it was perfect. And spoiler alert, it will never be perfect, so I wouldn't have started. It was an important step for me to begin this channel. And maybe if you're just starting out and you have no idea what you're doing, maybe that's what you should do too. Just do whatever. When you're ready, you come back and think about it, but just start. Now, however, I just finished college, I'm graduated, and I'm ready to take this channel seriously. So the first step I'm taking is to actually take my time to think what I want my whole aesthetic to look like, and then execute it. I'll show you how I went about this process as a professional designer. The process. To start off, there are three main elements to your YouTube channel: your profile picture, your banner, and your thumbnails. It's not a requirement, but I think it's very cool when all of them have a unified look to them. Another overlooked element are the titles. You can choose how you want to use capitalization, and if you're going to use any symbols or emojis. There's also how the video itself is going to look. The scenery, the visuals, the editing, but today I'll be focusing more on the graphic elements outside of the video itself. So the first step, gathering references. To keep things organized, open a blank document. In any software you can paste pictures to, like PowerPoint, Photoshop, Canva. I'm using Canva for the sake of simplicity. Now, look for channels that do similar content to you and see what they are doing. What do their profile picture, banner, and thumbnails look like? And my suggestion for this step is, don't look just for a few creators, look at a bunch of them. The more reference you have, the better. Then, whenever you see a channel that looks good for you, you print it and you paste it to your blank document. When you have enough channels you like, it's time to start analyzing. What do you like about them? Is it the fonts they use, the colors, the kind of pictures? Write it all down. After doing this, you'll have a good idea of what you like. And now let's go to the next step. We're making a mood board. In case you don't know, a mood board is
an arrangement of images, materials, pieces of text, etc., intended to evoke or project a particular style or concept.
We use them a lot in all kinds of design projects, and it's great for pinning down your aesthetic. Start by making a new page in your document. And now, the fun part. Search for images that capture the vibe you're going for. It doesn't need to be anything in particular, it could be anything. It could be a picture of your dog. I like to look for ideas on Pinterest. You can look for certain looks or aesthetics, and again, when you find stuff you like, copy it and paste in your document. Another thing I like to do in the mood board is setting a color palette. I already had an idea of what I wanted the colors to look like, so I just experimented a bit until I was happy with the results. If you have no idea how to create a color palette, there are websites that can help you, like Colors or Adobe Colors. I'll link them in the description. This whole step of the mood board is very good to make your design unique to you, personal to you. It will bring more originality to your design. This is what I came up for my channel. Remember, none of these images are mine. I got them from Pinterest. I'm just showing you for reference. An important disclaimer, you're using these images for reference only. They are not yours. Don't steal other people's work. Don't put them anywhere near your channel. They are for you exclusively. They will help you know what you're going for, and that's it. After having all these images laid out, I like to write down the motifs I'm going to use for the aesthetic I'm going for. I'm going for a more naturey, pastel vibe, so I wrote some things I'm planning on using. Now let's leave the planning stage and start actually designing it. Now, an important step is considering how are you going to accomplish all of this? Do you have any experience with graphic design, or are you going to hire someone to do this for you? You have to be realistic in what's doable and what's not. And also, you should exploit the abilities you do have. For example, you're a good photographer? consider incorporating your photos into the design. Me, for example, I draw, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'll draw my profile picture, my banner, and my thumbnails. I'm not going to do a software tutorial here, showing you how to create your design step by step. I could do that. If it's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments, but right now I'll give you some overall tips. If you don't know anything about graphic design and also can't hire anyone to do that for you, I have a tip for you. Keep it simple. Try having fun with your designs without going overboard. A lot of times, less is more. Another tip is try to maintain a consistent style. Using all references you've gathered, create something that looks and feels right. Set specific colors and fonts you want to use. And again, keep it simple. Try having a range of 2 to 5 colors and even less fonts, maybe 1 to 3 at most. Just a reminder, none of these rules are set in stone. A good designer could make anything look good. I'm just giving you advice in case you don't know where to start from. Now let's talk about each of the 3 elements, starting by your profile picture. It should be a square. I advise you to use either your face, a mascot, or your logo if you have one. The banner. This one is a bit more complicated to grasp, but bear with me. It will look different in different devices. So search for a YouTube banner template and design on top of it. Basically, this is how it works. You have to make a huge banner, 2560 by 1440. But all of the important information has to be on the central strip. It could be just a big picture or design that fits your aesthetic, or you can use this space to provide information about your channel, like your name, what your channel is about, and your posting schedule. Remember, all of the important information needs to be in the central strip, or else most people will not see it. For the thumbnails, they should be in 16 by 9 proportion, the same as a PowerPoint presentation. I like to make mine 2560 by 1440 so they don't look pixelated. Now, this is one of the most important aspects of your channel. This is what's going to determine for a lot of people if they're going to click on your video or not. So, try to catch their attention. Use keywords and phrases. Use interesting imagery. Now, I'll show you a case study. My channel. This is how my channel used to look like. As I've mentioned in the beginning of the video, I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just did it. And I hate most of it. I hate this picture. I don't know why I used it as my profile picture. The banner, I really dislike it. I made it in a hurry. I didn't think about it at all. It doesn't look good. As of the thumbnails, I mean, they're okay mostly. I like the Notion one. But the thing is, I have drawings on my videos and I wanted to show that through the thumbnails. But I don't think I was very successful. I put the drawings on the background. It doesn't look good. And it's confusing. So I changed all of it. You don't have to do this, but I've remade every thumbnail. It is doable because I don't have that many videos, but still, you don't have to do it. I wanted them all to look nice together, and this is how it turned out. I decided to make everything illustrated. I think it looks better this way. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the results. I think there are still some things that I'm trying to figure out, but overall, I like how things look now. Maybe some months from now I won't. But that's not a problem, I'll just remake everything again. So I have to admit something now. This whole video was just an excuse for me to talk a little about the plans I had for this channel. I've been absent for a couple of months now. I had to finish my final project for college. When I stopped uploading, I had like 1 month to finish it. And let's just say I was very behind on schedule. So I had to take this break. I'm sorry, but I'm back and I have plans on taking this channel seriously now. I'll continue posting videos about art and writing, and I have plans for other video formats as well. We'll see how it goes. If you have suggestions for video topics, please tell me them in the comments. Something I'm really excited about is that I'll be participating in NaNoWriMo this year. In case you don't know what it is a challenge where you have to write a whole book in the span of November, so 30 days. I've been wanting to join this since I was like 15. I'm 22 now, but I never got to it because here where I live, November is final exam season, so it will be very hard to write a book while I was studying for all exams, so it never happened. This year, however, I've graduated. I can finally do it, and not only that, now I have a channel and I can make videos about it, and I'm very excited to do so. I'll also continue with my usual content, so if you don't care about NaNoWriMo, You don't have to leave, but I will be talking about it, about my creative process, about how I'm planning it, and also I'll tell you a little about the story I'll be writing that's very near and dear to my heart. So if you're interested, feel free to subscribe. And if you're going to participate in NaNoWriMo, please tell me. None of my friends are going to do it, and I need some writing buddies. Another kind of content I'm planning on doing are video essays, where I talk about pieces of media that I like and analyze what makes them so good. And maybe talk about ones I don't like as well. We'll see. There are a lot of things I want to do, and I hope I get to do all of them. Anyway, this is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm back. I'll be posting every Thursday, so see you soon, and thanks for watching.